Okay, so I'm not sure if I talked about this, but I found out that if you have some old paint tubes, like any sort of paint, if they're a small kind, and if they're like, especially like the little metal sort of tubes, I found a great way to hold on to them. I already showed you a little bit. Use one of these. It's a little pill holder, like right here. I have one already put in there because I actually had one that Lynn, my mom's friend, gave me. She gave me a bunch of her mother's paints, and you know, I was like thinking like, ooh, a lot of these are dried. So what I did first was I took a syringe because my stepdad has a lot of syringes around because he has diabetes to help him take his insulin. So I have a bunch of those. I just took I filled it with water and I just poke around in it, and then I fill it with water. But then I realized, why is there water coming out of some of these? Here I found out it's because because they're old. These are old, like from the 70s and 80s, but they're still good. They're a little dried. And I decided I'm going to probably move them. So I already did it with one. I know this is a charcoal gray. It looks almost black. And I just need to move a bunch of them. Like, the thing is, like, I hate that I started out with gray, but maybe I might do white. And I realized these would be a good little palette thing, because, like, see, they got little spaces. The only thing I don't like is, like, can you see, like, right there between the space of each one? It doesn't close completely, but I think that's where you just let it dry. And, like, this one actually, like, I thought because it had a little air, it actually held in the water pretty good, because this one, it took a while to dry. It still is kind of glossy too in here. And let me show you my finger. There's like a little bit so it still holds a little bit of moisture in there too. I don't know what kind of brand it was. I kind of held on to it so I can write down the information on it too. I think that was a good way to do it. If they have like little tiny labels, probably tape it on there. Also, because I'm too poor for Crayola markers, also, I saw you can make that crayon lipstick. So I have these like cheapy these cheapy little crayons from, like, you know, you get them at the restaurants for the little kids so they can do little activities while they wait for the food. Like, I don't know why they don't do that for adults, because sometimes you're just bored as hell. But yeah, I'm gonna do it with these. I know they said, I've seen around saying Crayola is the best brand because they're really pigmented, but I don't have the money to buy Crayola. Have you seen Crayola crayons? They're pricey as fuck. And the only other thing I have that resembles crayons are oil pastels. And I definitely don't think those are safe to make into lipstick. Oh boy. So I'm going to try doing that because I have coconut oil and I have essential oils. I think it's in the hallway. I'm going to make it lavender scented because everything has to be lavender scented. Alrighty. So let's see if I'm successful. Yee-hoo, yippee-ki-yay, I'm working on these things. I have like just enough little spaces, and I'll just have like one free. I wonder what I should fill it with, because I have so many colors. Now this is a palette or watercolor set that I've shown before. It's really old. Look, it was $2.99 when it was purchased. However, I was not the purchaser. Oh, that's kind of torn off a little. Anyways, they're just watercolors, just called Chinese painting color for some reason, with a U. Ooh. And yeah, like, these are all empty, and I'm keeping them in order, so like they still have the tags on them, some of them, like, but see, like, that just comes right off, so that way I can trim it and tape it. Okay, I need to fix that. I could do that real quick, but in the meantime, as you can see, I'm missing a color right here, which is this greenish, or as they call it, just green. The thing is, because they're so old, they're kind of rusted, so I don't know, like that color might probably come off, and you can see my fingers are all covered. Some of them were dry, like this had a little piece of electric tape on it, and because it had a hole in it already, but I'm just like tearing them all open now. So yeah, this is fun. Look at that. I filled them up with water so that way the paint could absorb it, and I'm leaving them open so that way, like, cause like some watercolors, when they absorb water, they kind of just melt into like a goo. So I'm hoping that's what's gonna happen with these. This last one's black, and it was just like almost all liquid. So the tube is still full of it, so I'm leaving it open so it'll dry up, and then I could crack it off and then put it in there. Got a little bit of an accident. You can never have too much black of anything. Like, probably because I need India ink. Like, but I got like different shades of blue. My weird teal. That said green, but it's like very teal-ish. And I don't know. I think some of this is like rust. Like, see on that brown. Where's my finger? Right here. This and this, they're covered with rust, so that brown like grayish stuff is stuck on there. But you know what, it might give it an interesting color, so I'm gonna see how it goes. Like, this is definitely, like, these are like the only vibrant colors. Like, even the yellow is kind of like gross and old. So, and these aren't the only watercolors I have too, because I also have these. Also spelled with a U. Like, see, it's got like, it shows you the different colors it's got, and they're hardly been used. I used them before, but I haven't really. I like using the pencils a lot more because I can definitely put in, like, draw in where I want them. I don't know why everything's like so dark. And yeah, you can see my fingers are all covered in the paint. These were the ones where I had inserted the water, like it has this little thing, and I just jammed it in there, and then I had syringes, like I said before. And yeah, like I said, I got all that done. See, this black, it's still all black. Like, it's very glossy because it actually absorbed a lot of the water. And see how I got like these little pieces here? Let's see if I can cut. There we go. See, I just cut off the bottom parts and then used my X-Acto knife to slice it open like some sort of experiment here. And you can see like some of them are torn up there. This one, I think this is just, some of these definitely, the top piece just came off, so they made it real easy. And I'm thinking I need to find some tape, and I'll just like tape these onto here, so that way I know what the colors are supposed to be, even though like I could just make a palette, like, or like a little reference sheet like I made for my markers. I love it. These are like little freebies from Walgreens too. So yeah. Oh yeah, and then like I said, here, like, see, these were Elmer's, and they were like watercolor brushes, and they were actually filled with water. And they actually, I don't think they have any more, but I did see they actually do make these where they're just full of water, and I just thought, you know, I could clean these out and fill them up with water, and bam, I have my own portable paintbrushes. Like, you can see that one spilled out, the green one, and this black one here. Oh yeah, feels probably bad to put black on black, but like yeah, just like that typical dried up kind. So I might just have these soaking in water all night. I also have one more. It's reddish, but I keep filling it up with water also because I like to use this and the red and make it look like blood. But I think now that I have like all this, I don't need to have these anymore. Like, I can actually mix my own colors now, because apparently I'm really good at watercolors. Alrighty, so that's enough bragging for one day. And I also found some, like, I found this really rainbowish paper that I've had. Look, I have so many, and it's all rolled up. And a broken pencil. And I swear to God, I have India ink somewhere. I just wish I could find it. Look, there's the portfolio that I took from the last day. I don't know where it is. I used to have like a little jar, and it had a dropper, and I used that for washes for an assignment, but I'm sure where it is. I might have lost it like years ago. Oh, my butt hurts. Probably because I've been sitting here cutting little metal tubes open. All right, so that has been my journey. Conceited looking at myself on screen.